This Sun-Gazette video coverage is proudly sponsored by Woodlands Bank.
First one of these? Of this? Yeah. It's fun. I'm not involved. I got the dart. Oh, shit, I didn't see it. Now, I got the dart. I don't know. I didn't see it.
This is Dave Kennedy from the Sun-Gazette. They just attempted to hit the bear with a tranquilizer dart that apparently bounced off a branch, maybe, and went onto the street. The bear moved a little bit. It's in a different limb on the edge of the tree now, away from the trunk of the tree.
Hey, ma'am, we've got a gun.
Dart looked like it went into the upper body or the neck maybe of the bear, and the bear moved to the back side of the tree, and the game wardens are just kind of waiting for it to take effect now. It's moving again.
He's gonna fall, so just everybody keep calm, please. We're gonna let him get on the ground. We're gonna let him go underneath the anesthesia, and then we'll bring everybody over, okay? tonight as we can. We're going to do a bear program. We'll show you. Listen, if anybody's got a better way to get a bear out of a tree, I'm all ears for it. I've been a game warden about 24 years. I think this is my 42nd bear in a tree, and literally it's 21 and 21. I've had 21 go to sleep in the tree, and I've had 21 come out. So we're going to get some preliminary stuff done. We're going to explain all about bears. So if you're over here, I just ask if you can, just if you have questions, you know, keep them quiet, because this bear can be roused to being back awake. Okay, so come on over. Okay, so this is a very good example of what we call a yearling black bear. This bear was just released. Oh, and we're going to want to leave to the back open too. Yep. This bear was just kicked out by its mother. It's a male. A female bear will never allow a male, one of her young, to stay with her. Male bears, they can be predatory on their own kind. So if this bear's mother would have been going to breed, they breed in June and July. If she would have had this cub with her, the dominant male in the area would have probably either killed him or ran him off. So she runs them off usually around April-May timeframe. And this is very indicative. You guys, we can see a bear at any time this time of the year, from now until about the end of July. So bears breed in June and July, but these cubs, I refer to them as transient cubs. They don't have a home now. So if our lives was like bears, if you were a 300-pound female, you are the sexiest thing walking around in the woods. So in nature, the bigger you are. What's that? What's that? Yeah. So the bigger you are in wildlife, the sexier you are, and all that means is that you're more apt to have more children. You're more apt to be more healthy, and so in bear terms, those bears like that, when they get big, that's a supermodel. So you notice that the first thing that we did after we got the bear down, made sure that it was under the effects of the drug, is I put stuff in its eye. I don't think you guys could probably see me do it. So one of the reflexes, everyone here, as you go and descend the plains of anesthesia, and I even have medical folks here, you lose certain reactions. And in this bear, one of the first reactions it'll lose is the ability to blink. So we put ophthalmic ointment in their eye to make sure that their eyes stay moist, and you'll see that that we put a blindfold over it, and that's also to help them keep calm. What these guys are doing right now, oh, let me back up. This is Officer Schoonemaker, Officer Helm, and I didn't catch your name.
Officer Becker.
Becker? Yep. And all these guys were very helpful. You can see getting a bear down out of a tree in the middle of town is not necessarily the easiest thing. And the biggest thing that we try to do is people safety is first, okay? So I've never had to do it, but if we would have had to have euthanized this bear, people come first, bears come second. But if we can take care of the people first, then the bear becomes the star of the show. And as you guys saw, you know, we waited until we had what we thought were decent shots to put those darts in places. And as you guys saw here today, we're all a little embarrassed, but darts don't fly straight. They're not like bullets. In the best of scenarios, they fly and they hit exactly where you want. And you saw a couple of scenarios here today where that didn't exactly happen. So what these guys are doing is we're going to place a tag in each ear. The tag is just for marking this bear. Our bear program is predicated off of a system called mark recapture. So what we're going to do here today is we're going to mark this bear, meaning we're going to put ear tags in it. So if we have contact with this bear somewhere down the road, we know, hey, this is the bear we got out of, you know, downtown Hughesville. And the recapture is either the bear being returned to nature in one of a few ways. It could be lawfully harvested by a hunter. It could be struck by a vehicle. Sometimes big male bears, we do find them, they die of old age. And so you can see that this bear here is probably around that 100 and a little bit.
136.
136. So that's a very good example of a yearling bear. He's right on the weight that I would expect him to be. And as you can see, we in Pennsylvania, we only have black bears. We don't have grizzlies. We don't have brown bears. Although you will occasionally get bears that have that brown pelt on them. We seem to get an inordinate amount of them here in Lycoming County. We get probably 2 or 3 a year, and on a statewide basis, that's pretty high. Most people don't see that. Nope. Yep. Pointy end on top. Yep. So what we're going to do is this young lady is going to help Officer Schoonamaker put the tag in this bear's ear. And hey, Sheldon, I need that. I need that CC now.
Go ahead back over to Mommy real fast. And we'll call you back.
You heard that? Where will you take him?
That's a great question. So if you'll bear with me, I'll tell you exactly what's going to happen to this bear. Yep. So if you guys would just kind of scoot over that way a little bit. So we're going to put a tag in each one of these ears, and the tag is only one in each ear, is only for redundancy's sake. It does not indicate how many times that bear's been captured. So if anybody ever tells you, I saw a bear with 4 tags in its ears, that's totally not true. That does not happen here in Pennsylvania. The very most that you could ever possibly see is 2 in one ear. One of them will be silver, one will be red. So a red tag is what we call a do not eat tag. So if we would be required to anesthetize a bear within 30 days of a hunting season, we will put one of those red tags in its ear. So if a hunter would harvest it, they know not to eat the meat. This bear will metabolize this drug and it will be completely out of its system in about 10 days, but we give them 30 days just to err on the side of caution. You can do a neck administration. The other thing that we're going to do, now this bear is easy for us guys to identify, but this bear is a yearling, so we know it was born a year ago this past January. So just about every bear cub in Pennsylvania, they're all born in January. And for the moms out there, they are completely in hibernation when those little ones are born. So they're not even aware. So, the warm parts on this bear are going to be the mammary glands. When the bears are born, when those baby bears are born, they naturally migrate to those warm areas and they begin to nurse off their mother. And she has absolutely nothing to do with them for probably their first couple weeks. So pregnant females will den in October. So we could harvest every bear walking around on the landscape in our hunting seasons and we will still have bears. It's actually, our program is designed to do that. So we're only taking the excess bears or the surplus bears that we have out there. Our core population is never touched by hunting in any season. So, but what they were doing there was, did you get the 2 back?
Yeah. 2 south.
Oh, yep. It's over there. So we pulled a tooth out, and I'll walk this around to show everyone. This is called the first premolar, or sometimes referred to as the milk tooth. It's a non-functional tooth for the bear. I know that it kind of looks big to us, but when you look at their canines, which are about that long when they grow back into their skull, this tooth is actually not even used. So what they're going to do is they're going to take this tooth and they're going to take a cross section of it. And they'll put a little drop of dye on it, and that tooth will get growth rings just like a tree does. And we can count those rings.
Where's my little girl at?
We can count those rings, and that will tell us how old the bear is. So that's pretty interesting.
So here we go. Come over here, right here. In case the bear wakes up.
Oh, I'm sorry, honey.
Ready?
Yeah. So if anybody needs any dental work done, we do dental work on the side.
Pull out. Just a little
I
bit.
can't promise you any
Ready?
anesthesia, but I can promise you we'll
Squeeze.
get
As hard as you can. Ready? Squeeze, 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 squeeze.
And the other thing that we're going to do is we're going to chest or measure the chest circumference of this bear, and that gives us an approximate weight.
There you go.
It actually is very accurate.
I'll touch you.
I chest
Touch
earthed
him right
myself one time, and I was within about about 2 pounds from what the scale said. And like I said, this one has boy parts on him, so we know he's a male. They call me.
You got everything on there?
Nope.